Hello, listener. My name is Miari, and this is Magical Coffee Dates. I'm sitting here in the Moonbeam tea rooms. I've got a warm mocha with me, a sausage roll, and the owners are really cool and let me set up my laptop to record these sessions. I'm waiting to meet up with an old friend and hopefully rekindle that friendship because I moved away from the October region and sort of lost touch with everyone. But it's fine because I'm back now. I sent out a mailer cat to everyone I used to know and set up a few coffee dates. Thankfully, some people replied, and today I have with me.
I'm surprised you wanted to meet with me, to be honest.
Uh, well, you, everyone, this is Sarah. You responded to my mailer cat.
I did.
So,
I was surprised to see you back, but also wanted to know what you could possibly want with me.
did you listen to the intro? I said that I want to rekindle friendships, and to be honest, I don't even know. Okay, look, I don't know why you showed up. I did send it out to you because I just felt like, hey, I'm back. Let's see who bites. And you bit. So
Oh,
this is Sarah, everyone.
hello. Do you actually have people that listen to this? Is that actually a thing?
I at least have one, and it could
Is it
be
your mum?
no, my mom is don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about my mom. How's your mom? You want to talk about look, I don't want us to go this way. I wanted to have a conversation with you. You're here. And to be honest, I didn't expect to see you for the first time in over a decade and for us to, you know, be like this.
Well, we didn't exactly leave it off on the best note, did we?
See, I don't know what happened though.
You don't know what happened.
No,
Really?
I don't.
Really?
Yes, I really have no idea. One day we're having dinner at your house, and it's a nice Saturday with board games and
Mm-hmm.
practicing, you know, teleportation. And then what? Then suddenly, after dinner, you kick me out of the house, and I
Of
don't
course
know
I
what
did.
happened. But why?
Listen, you know what you did, and it's not for me to regale that tale to whoever might be listening to this, because I don't know who this is. I just came to see what excuse you had, or whether you had an apology, but obviously not, as you're claiming you have no idea what happened.
But we're also adults. And I think that if there's an issue, and I absolutely have no idea, and I can promise you that I have no idea, you can just tell me. And I mean, I'm sorry that things ended on such a weird note, but I really have no idea.
It's a hmm. I'm not going to sit here and let you become the bigger person. That's not what's going to happen here. And
Okay,
yes, for anyone that was listening, yes, we were friends. I wouldn't say we were close friends, but we met through a
I
mutual
thought we were
friend, and
close.
well, I don't really do close, so
Okay.
it may have been close to you, but not so much for me. We all know I prefer animals over the people, so.
Oh,
But it doesn't even matter. It's fine. It's whatever. It's probably not even a big deal anyway. It's just
well,
something.
it matters if it matters to you, it matters to me. And I really didn't want it to go the way that it's currently going. So if you are comfortable, I mean, we can just sort of leave the table and talk over in another corner or something if you want to share. Like, I can stop recording if you want.
No, no, it's fine. It's I, as you said, had cooked for everybody, as I did most Saturdays.
Yeah.
because nobody had a place quite as big as mine, and that's not a flex, that's just fact. And I was trying to do something nice, which is very out of the ordinary for me because really other people oftentimes don't deserve it. And I overheard when you, you insulted my cooking.
What?
You insulted my cooking.
No, I
You,
didn't.
you did.
What did I
I was,
say?
I was.
I honestly, I
That's
don't remember this.
that's a bit too painful for me to go into right now. Um, but listen, I don't like to care about things. Okay, I don't care about things, and then I try and care about something, and then apparently it was dry, and then I just didn't know what I was supposed
Wait,
to do with
are
that.
you talking about the bread?
Yes, I'm talking about the bread.
The, I was. It was a compliment. The bread is supposed to be dry because Timothy was talking about how it wasn't wet enough, and I was like, "Bread's
You
supposed to
like?
be dry. Bread is dry. This bread is dry." So
Why did Tim want wet bread? Is
I
he a
don't
duck?
know. Probably. I just I was making a statement. This bread is dry, and did you hear me?
I mean, I didn't hear that it was about the bread, and I don't know what the hell Tim was talking about with. Why? I don't know what bread he's. I'm kind of concerned with the way that Tim eats food now.
I think
Uh,
maybe he just likes dough. Maybe we need to speak to Timothy. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm
that's
calling
why
him
he was always
Timothy.
ill.
Maybe undercooked loaves, overcooked steak. I don't know if you can get sick from overcooked steak, but
It's
it's,
definitely not a good idea. I don't know if you can get sick from it, but it's definitely not a good idea. Why order a steak if you're going to cook it to death?
I can't believe after all this time it was a complete misunderstanding. I
Well,
mean, from my point of view anyway.
I don't I don't like to care about things often. Because when I
Yeah.
do, it's usually used against me in some sort of way. And I know there'll be people listening that say, "Oh, it's just about bread," but it it wasn't just the bread. It was that that warm loaf was an extension of friendship, and I felt like on that day that extension of friendship, that loaf had been wasted, and I may
But
have
I ate
slightly
it. I
overreacted.
remember eating like half of the loaf and
Yeah, but you do that. You're too nice. You're always so nice, and you're always so nice to people. So you're never gonna say, "Oh, like hey," like to my face, like, "Hey, your bread is bad." You're
do you
just
want
gonna
me
eat the bread.
so if you were to bring me some bread right now, do you want me to tell you that the bread is wet? Like I don't understand. Like I
No,
won't I'm not
of
going to
course
lie about
nobody wants wet bread. Of course, I don't want wet bread.
I'm not going to I'm not going to lie about something being delicious just for the sake of being nice. That's not who I am. I'm not going to be Timothy and just try to like make the dinner awful. I was having a great time with the bread and the deli meats and the salad and the roast. Like you made an entire plethora for us and you think I'm going to complain about bread that tastes amazing? I'm I mean, look at this. This sausage roll that I'm eating is also it's moist on the inside, but that's just because there's lots of juices from the sausage. I'm not going to lie and say, "Oh my gosh, this is crumble" for the sake of it. I would never have done that to you. And yes, I might be too nice. Yes, I might have stolen a necklace from somebody. Don't worry about that. That was a while
Excuse me.
ago. Don't worry about it.
No,
But like,
that's a weird interjection. I feel like we should go back to
well,
that.
okay, I stole a necklace for money and it was great. But also I
It was
loved
great.
I love it was a great I mean, I met someone, they were pretending to be a maid. They were wearing a ski mask. They were don't worry about it. So,
What have you been for the last decade?
well, this was before I left, but that's okay. Um um here, I look, I would never have done that to you. I think this has just been completely blown out of proportion because I did enjoy spending time at yours every Saturday, and it was for like 3 months straight. Why I would never just purposefully, and I'm really sorry that like this has been something that's happened. You know that this is. I really had no idea what was going on, and I just wish I had reached out sooner, and I'm very sorry that I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know I kind of overreacted, but then you kind of like that was kind of the last time I saw you because you then like disappeared for like 10 years. So
Yeah.
I didn't know I wasn't going to come to you and be like, "Hey, you you insulted my bread." So I just kind of thought, "Hey, I'll never see you again." It was 10 years and all of a sudden I'm getting a mail and I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe it's time to like I don't know. I came here with the intention of putting a bread insulter on blast, and I feel like I may have been slightly slightly dramatic, but
I
also I don't know. Bread is valid.
I mean, have you it's so valid. I love bread when it's cooked
I
fully,
love bread.
and sometimes when there's a bit of sea salt on top, and
That should always
which
be.
is which is what which is what you made. It was just delicious. Are you still speaking to Timothy?
I don't. You know, I don't think anyone's really spoken to him because
Oh.
the last I heard, somebody saw him kind of like, and I mean literally kind of running off into the night. And
Oh.
nobody really knows where he went or if he was ever coming back. And as you know, he didn't really have any family here because his family were all from the Snowfall region. So I don't
Right.
actually know. But I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like when an animal gets sick. You know, he did really eat all of that wet bread. So maybe he just scurried off
He could have
somewhere.
just used the bathroom. I mean,
Yeah, but you know, Timothy was always kind of an
on
interesting
the
character.
yeah, he was. I mean, to complain about I don't know. Just I guess I should maybe we need to look into where he is cuz it's just really weird.
Maybe, and I mean, I really should have thought more into it on the night because I should have known it was him talking about wet bread because I mean, you always had to serve him that water bowl with anything he ate for him to like dip things in.
Yeah, and
And
it wasn't
like
even broth, it was just water that he
no, it
requested.
was yeah, it was just water and he kind of used to like you know how like raccoons wash their food in like little bowls? He kind of did that but like he soaked everything. And why have I never thought about how weird that was until now?
It wasn't even soup, it was just
It
cold
was
tap
cold.
water.
Mhm.
One time it wasn't even cold, it was, like, the middle between hot and cold, not even warm, it was just, like,
Oh.
when your coffee gets cold when you're expecting it to be hot still? I remember seeing, like, 1 wispy of steam coming out of the bowl, and it was, like, really strange.
What?
Uh, I don't know.
Why did we let him hang out with us?
I think maybe he maybe he you know what? I do remember him having a great time with us when we did board games. I remember we had a great time,
True.
but maybe we just sort of forgot about
We were
washing the
willing
food
to
and
put
water.
yeah, we were
Yeah,
willing to put aside the soggy meals for he was just the best at Scrabble. He
right?
really was. So good.
Remember that one time he got a 40-letter word, and
Incredible.
do you remember what the word was? It was
I
40
don't think
let
I could I
Was it
don't
a
think I could
full-on
spell it.
sentence?
It might have been.
It was probably water bowls, water bowls. Yum, yum, yum.
God. Oh
Is
well,
that 40
wherever he
letters?
is. It might be. Maybe you should try and find him. Send out a
Yeah.
mail. Just
I
include a
mean,
little sachet of water in it, and maybe he'll
yeah.
come running.
I mean, you could also go looking for him with me at some point. We could try that. I
I
mean,
mean, like,
maybe he'll come back because I mean, I left for a while.
you did.
Maybe
You still haven't said where you went.
all over. I mean, I went to the Hearth region. I went to it's funny because I didn't see him at Snowfall. I was there for a little bit. Did you know that they have cars in Snowfall? I
They
was
do?
you. I found this out because another one of my friends, I don't know if you know her,
Probably
but
not.
yeah, she has cousins that live there. Wait, but you're from there. Maybe you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So
What are
you
you up
just
to now? Sorry, I just wanna, like, leave Tim and the water and all of this behind. I would love to start fresh. I would love to know what you've been up to, if you feel like
yeah.
sharing that.
I mean, I guess we can do that. I guess I don't know. I feel kind of silly. This was a like a 10-year grudge over some bread, but at the time, I mean, I had a lot going on at the time, so everything seemed
Yeah.
a bit more dramatic, let's say. But
Hmm.
I uh, I took over grandma's place. I'm running that now, so
That's
that's
amazing.
something.
Well, why don't you tell everyone what grandma's place is?
It's like a little like tiny little like boutique hotel. But I'm currently changing some of the decor because grandma kind of liked to theme it, and to be
Oh.
honest, it's not that profitable to have a tiny little boutique hotel, which is really pretty from the outside. On
Mhm.
the inside, be full of like a million China dolls.
Oh my gosh. I as scary as that sounds, I would love to see
I mean, you can
that.
come and see it before I clear them all out. Because honestly, it feels like they're watching me every time I turn around, and I'm just not really into it. It's we're not getting the sales, but I don't have the heart to get rid of them because they were
Yeah.
grandma's. So I
Well, maybe we could sell some and maybe some people will pick them up. I mean,
maybe
I know I'm involving myself in things and coming up with suggestions you didn't ask for, but I mean, I would like to help if you need to. Wait a minute. I remember, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I must have read a review in the paper or something cuz isn't there wasn't there like a big tourism attraction where people just went into the room full of rocking chairs and sat there just creaking for like
yeah
hours?
yeah
That that grandma's oh my gosh.
it was briefly kind of like named as like one of the most haunted places you could go, that kind of thing. But I mean, was it really or was it a draft? We'll never really know. So
I
it was
know.
great for the weekend though. There was a lot of people coming to
I can
get their butts
imagine.
scared. Yeah,
I can imagine it was.
it was kind of a lot. But
Mm,
yeah, I mean, I'm changing all that now. I want to make it kind of a little bit more modern, maybe
mm.
just a smidge. But I
Well,
mean,
if you
if
need
you yeah, if you want to help, I don't really since the rest of uh the rest of that group kind of moved away and are like doing their own things and like living their own lives. I don't really have a lot of people still around. So if you I mean if you're like actually back, if you're not just gonna like
Oh, I'm back. I'm
disappear for
definitely
like 10
no.
years again on like a Tuesday and go to like wherever and steal whatever necklaces or whatever the hell you.
Again, that was before I left, but also, I would love to if you'll have me, that would be great. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find grandma's place? Grandma's house? Grandma's place?
It
Grandma's
was
place.
like it's like just off of like the main square. If you like sort of take a left and then
Uh-huh.
another left and then another left and then a right and then you go straight and then there's one more left and then you'll kind of find. I'm not very good with directions.
But this street, do you have a street name? I mean, fair enough if it's one of those places that people just have to find.
I mean, it might be good if they just kind of stumble upon it
Mhm.
cuz I think that's what grandma would have wanted. But
I
I
think
think it
so.
was maybe maybe Moonstone Street. To be honest, the signs have been down for a while. The wind kind of took them out a couple of years ago. When I say that the place needs work, it needs work. But
Mm.
one day it won't be full of creepy dolls. So if anyone wants to come down, or if anyone would like to buy a creepy doll, they can come pick one from the 17 rooms full of them.
Oh my yeah. So again, it's make a left, a left, a left, a right, a straight, and
And then one more
then
left.
one more left. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So is that from here? Is that from the main square?
That's from the main square. So I
Okay.
mean, from here that would be, I mean, that's like two rights and then maybe six lefts and then maybe like hike briefly.
Oh,
Um, but no, the from the main square, it's just that many lefts and then the right and then that one more left.
okay.
That's easy enough to follow, right?
Yes, there's a hike involved.
Mm-hmm.
I will prepare a backpack full of snacks and water.
Sounds like a good day.
Um, yeah, I think so. And look, I'm glad that you decided to come and we could clear the air
Yeah,
because
I'm
that
I'm I'm glad I did too. I yeah, I apologize for the hostility, but you know how I feel about bread.
I do, and it's fair enough. Like I know that bread means a lot to some people. It
It
means
really
something
does.
different to others, and
Hmm.
especially Tim. But I think that I mean, I'm planning to stop by your little place, and I mean that in the most cute, respectful way. I don't mean it in like oh, it's a little place, but
No,
like
that
it's
that
cute and
that would be
sweet.
nice. Maybe I'll bake some bread.
That would be great. And of course, it'd have to be dry.
It's still too soon.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Um, okay, well, I'll see you. Oh, I don't know if you're leaving.
Yeah, I should
Sorry.
probably start on the creepy dolls. They
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe I can help you pack some. Actually, I don't mind going with you right now. I'm kind of done eating my sausage roll. We can just
Yeah,
head
I
there
mean,
together.
are you prepared for the hike?
Oh gosh.
Actually, a hike may have been an exaggeration, but it's kind of a walk. But I'm sure we can manage.
Yeah, we can. Well, I'll figure it out.
We have
Okay,
some catching up to do on the way, so
we do.
that could be
Okay,
nice.
that would be good.
Hmm.
All right. Well, bye, listener.
Bye.
Thanks. And thank you, Sarah, again for being here.